All right, so we're going to see if our runners are ready. Let us know in the chat, in the tourney chat, N8rBeans and matgin, if you are ready for the upcoming race. Our marquee matchup tonight between matgin and N8rBeans. Just give me a quick text of ready in the chat. And I'll do a quick refresh on both streams. Ready as I'll ever be is what we see in the chat. So we're going to count it down. 3, 2, 1, go. We are going to start our consoles or start our timers on go. So I'm going to count it down now to 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Collins, let's see if we can get that commentator's curse going. Who do you have today?
I haven't seen either of the runners play. I did watch a little bit of matgin.
From curbside pickup.
Sorry about that. So I'd have to give it to him just based on the PB alone. But like I said, best of one. If anything, favors N8rBeans just a bit more, since you could feasibly lose 30 seconds on BLJs and 30 seconds on MIPS, and it's not really that hard to do so. So if N8rBeans can play consistently, then it's definitely possible for him to take the W here. But I think matgin probably has the lead overall. But like I said, again, anything goes.
One of the things I like in matgin as a runner is that he's cool, calm, collected. He doesn't seem to get tilted when he is on PB pace. Even if he makes a big mistake, you don't even see it on his face. It's like he can just keep going. He knows he can move on quickly. He can accept it. That's really going to benefit him in this race scenario, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and see. I actually missed the version that each runner was on, but matgin going to go ahead and miss the Lakitu skip as N8rBeans nails it. Not really a huge fan of matgin set up there for the Lakitu skip. Definitely a bit inconsistent, and it goes to show there. But N8rBeans, let's see if he can capitalize on this mistake. If he can actually land a bomb clip here, and he will maintain that 8-second lead. So hopefully he can go ahead and do so. Do we know if N8rBeans is on VC emulator? What is he? It looks like he's on emulator.
He's on emulator. That's correct. So N8rBeans on emulator, matgin playing on console today.
So that looks good for the bomb clip. And matgin's movement's looking pretty hot. He's going to definitely save just a little bit of time over N8rBeans there. And that looks good. Okay, not sure how I feel about that bomb clip by matgin, but it works, so can't complain. Just a little bit inconsistent with the camera angle there. If you see right before you grab the bomb and see left after you grab the bomb, you can actually just hold down notch there, or just tap down notch, and it sets you up perfectly in the camera. So maybe something to look at for matgin if he needs to make that bomb clip a bit more consistent and fast. But anyway, let's see how this Womps looks for N8rBeans. Definitely anticipating, since you said he's going to go for some swag, probably is going to go for Owless. Although I don't really advocate for that at this point. It looks like he's going to set up for a Cannonless here. So let's see if he goes to Sock Fold or Texture. It looks like he's going for Texture. Super slow approach, and the Texture is N8rBeans. And I don't know if I like this. That worked. Holy. Okay.
Oh, it looked like matgin was setting up for double jump Owless there, but lost a little bit of speed, slowed down, and got the triple jump right into the cage. Yeah, that was a slow setup from N8rBeans there on the Texture setup for Cannonless, but he was able to pull it off. He got the star. That's what counts. Still milking a little bit of this lead that he's got here.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like he's probably going to set up for Owless here.
Ooh, I don't like that angle one bit, but
nope, not
in the cage.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Definitely didn't like that setup. And that one looks a bit better. Yeah, I don't like where he hit on the cage, but he's good.
He is in with that second attempt. Meanwhile, matgin pulling off Texture setup, taking a little bit of extra time to make sure he's right on that texture on the wood plank, but he is going to nail it and grab the star. Both runners now with 3 stars. matgin headed over to Wild Blue. We're going to see N8rBeans head over to Wild Blue as well. We always want to make sure that we grab this Wild Blue star before we do the Womp fight so we don't spawn the castle for a little bit of extra lag.
Yeah, definitely. Not a huge deal for N8rBeans, but matgin definitely got to keep that in mind. Just based off the looks of it so far, N8rBeans definitely has a slower movement. I definitely recommend him opening up the RTA guide and kind of just checking out. The tricks aren't as important as the movement is to the star. I'd rather get to the star more quickly than, take my time and get the star with a trick. So maybe something definitely to look at.
Absolutely. And it looks like matgin, clean movement up that steep ramp to the Womp King. N8rBeans, his stream was lagging a little bit for a second. I didn't see his approach, but it looks like he is there just 2 ground pounds behind matgin.
Yeah, it looks like matgin took the lead, and you know, it had to have been. It wasn't. I don't know if it was the Owless. It was obviously the Owless a little bit, but also just the movement in general just loses a lot more time than you think. So, matgin definitely showing off his experience here a little bit over N8rBeans. So we'll see what happens, but I'm expecting more clean movement out of matgin as we continue on in the race here.
Oh, it looks like matgin missing the setup for that triple jump to get to the elevator on the tower star. N8rBeans opting for a wall kick here. Kind of a funky camera. He's going to miss the ledge grab. You got to think that he hit C left one too many times there.
Yeah, it's actually like a preference thing. When I was more of a beginner and I didn't go for the triple jump dive strat, I actually liked my camera there because it reduced a little bit of lag and it made the wall kick a little bit easier to hold the left notch. But it's really a personal thing. And N8rBeans, no offense, kind of cringe movement out of Womps there. Gotta really pay attention to your castle movement. It does save quite a bit of time. You can probably save he could probably have saved a second there. It maybe even more possibly with some better castle movement.
As matgin opts to grab that baby penguin first, heading over to Mama to deliver the package, and N8rBeans going for the nice easy setup here, almost falling off the edge there. That was close. He did that kick stall a little bit early.
Yeah, definitely should have waited a bit later for that, but thank goodness he didn't take the damage. He could have taken the damage and actually fallen off, and he's got to take his time here. Wall kicks is definitely, and he's going to go for I think that's the casual strat movement. He's going to lose quite a bit of time there. Lined up with the texture a bit. He's a bit too far to the right of that texture that I like to line up for, as is matgin, but he still ends up nailing it. So good on matgin. He's going to save a bit more time. And matgin kind of just starting to run away with it here. It's just that general movement that's kind of killing N8rBeans right now. As N8rBeans almost takes a spill into the chimney, would have lost him like probably 9 seconds. That's good recovery for N8rBeans there as matgin heads into Dark World. And it looks like he might be going for Shig here. I saw him practicing a bit before the race, and it looked like he was pretty comfortable in there.
Wonderful. It'd be great to see him pull off that Shig cycle here in Dark World today. Don't see too many Shig cycles in the main bracket. Pretty exciting stuff for runners that have been running as long as these guys have. It's clean so far. Grabbing that second red coin in the box flawlessly. Good camera work here. Oh, missing the wall kick. That's going to cost him the cycle.
Yep, more than likely, unfortunately. I mean, if he was like, okay, that's definitely it. If he was like super nasty and he was like,
oh no! Dude, you see that long jump?
Stage. What in the world? Matgin taking a huge death.
And N8rBeans taking a death as well. Back-to-back deaths here in the round 1 of the Mushroom Cup. Matgin's going to start missing the switch again, and now they're pretty much equalized.
Yeah, N8rBeans should have definitely capitalized on that mistake there. That's why that homegrown movement doesn't really pay any dividends at the end of the day. Going for that switch first is not good, and that jump dive was insane. So N8rBeans almost misses the second red here. He's got to hustle. At this point, probably not worth N8rBeans to go for reds with his movement so far. But, I mean, at least he learned it early enough, and he can clean it up later.
It'll be interesting to see N8rBeans getting buzzed by the amp there. How these runners exit Dark World, where they're going to be at. matgin making quick work of Dark World the second time around after taking the death.
Yeah, N8rBeans going to lose a bit of time here as matgin finishes up the Dark World Reds. Besides that one death, I mean, pretty clean as soon as he re-entered, and N8rBeans is taking a bit of a safer ending here. Got to respect the safe ending. He played safe. That wins you tournaments, as seen with Okami BW taking the W for the 80-man largest tournament, SM64 tournament in history, 70-star today. Beat Gainai with just super consistent, clean movement. Nothing insane. Beginner wall kicks will work strats. Played it safe on Dark World. everything was just super safe, and he took his time and was measured and calculated and took the W. So definitely recommend checking out those VODs if you want to see just how good you can actually get at the game without doing anything crazy.
Exclamation point 70 to get all the information on that Ruby Mill tournament that just finished up today. Don't want to miss the call on matgin earlier, crawling to the key. I think he's pleasing some of his fans. We've got a whole lot of folks in the chat talking about matgin. He might have brought his fan club with him today. And getting a little hung up there heading into SSL. Looks like we've got a 942 entry to SSL for matgin. Let's see what it looks like for N8rBeans. And are we going to see another pillarless? I really hope that he plays it consistent. I don't think he's going to nail it again.
Yeah, matgin looks like he's probably actually going to go for pillarless here. Oh, actually, no, he's going to elect for the side hop strat, which is actually preferred. I don't know if he was listening to my insight about that earlier before the match started, but it's definitely recommended over pillarless. It just saves, it's a lot more consistent and just saves a little bit more time.
N8rBeans going once again for the pillarless. Does he have the right angle here? It looks good. Could he pull it off? Oh, no, he's a little bit too far to the left. He's not going to get it. He's going to have to opt for the pyramid star.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's better than a death, though. And now N8rBeans has gotta go for Talon Star and hit it first try, because he doesn't have any backups right now, and the Talon backup is kind of scary, especially in a race scenario. It's very easy to die on top of the pyramid there. And let's see how this side hop goes for matgin. Looks good.
It's a nice quick setup there too.
Nailed it.
Yeah, snagging the star, very good.
Oh, and N8rBeans was seen by the fly guy a little bit too early. That's really unfortunate. And now he's going to have to back this up over at the second pillar.
I'm not sure how much time it costs him to do this backup on the second pillar for Talons. I know if you miss that jump, it's a whole lot of time. But he's going to end up taking a little bit of damage here and grabbing the star a little bit late. Meanwhile, matgin backflipping the Toad star. He's got 13. He's 2 stars ahead. You got to think that N8rBeans is going to head into, he's going to head into Lethal Lava Land here and grab those reds and get on into HMC.
Yeah, he's definitely got a hustle here, but matgin kind of has his work cut out for him here. It's really, at this point, kind of his lead to lose. He's just got to play a bit consistently and really focus on MIPS clip and getting through Fire Sea with no deaths. But based on his movement so far, he looks really solid, so I don't really anticipate too many mistakes from this point out. He kind of has gotten the hard part over for the most part.
N8rBeans opting to get Toad first, and that's actually a pretty, aside from that weird turnaround there, that was a pretty quick waking Toad movement.
And he's going to save just a little bit of time grabbing Toad first instead of for his 13th star. As opposed to going into HMC, getting a star, and then talking to Toad afterwards. So, but matgin headed up for MIPS clip here. Let's see how his grab looks. No lag reduction, but he's going to go for the double long jump MIPS grab strat. Looks like he's well.
Oh, he's going to miss.
Gonna go ahead and miss, yeah. Almost a little too fast for his own good, but nice backup there. Trapping MIPS into the corner.
And let's see how matgin's first MIPS clip looks. A nice, quick lineup. Yeah, now he's going to take his time.
Perfect. Yeah, that looks so good.
Beautiful. Switching to Mario Cam as he jumps out of the door.
So he's going to go for the pro setup here. It looks like. Oh, actually, no.
He's not.
He had the same camera as the setup there, but he's actually going to go ahead and. There we go.
He might have decided last minute to play it safe. I don't know if he's listening in, knowing the lead that he's got as he heads into DDD. Meanwhile, N8rBeans just now getting enough stars to spawn MIPS. He's going to take the long way around the HMC pool. Let's see if he has a clean grab on MIPS. Yes, he does.
Yeah, definitely saving a bit of time over matgin here, but he's going to have to really hustle and hope for some mistakes on matgin's end. So see how this clip lines up. I don't like that camera, but that actually looks good. So okay, that's interesting. He actually puts MIPS through the door and then opens it. That's a bit I
You,
don't know. I
you
don't even
know,
want to say more safe.
I,
I think that's just I
I've
don't know.
seen it a couple times this tournament. I don't understand it. Maybe we can ask N8rBeans after the race about that. I'm not sure why runners opt to do that. I can't believe it to be any safer. There's no way. Maybe just out of comfort or old habits with race nerves and everything coming back up. But matgin making quick work of Fire Sea so far, looking good into the wall kick.
Kind of a low pole grab, so it's gonna be tough for him to grab early cycle here. And actually, that's probably the end of it, as he did not elect for the triple jump there.
Yeah, not that
But
he needs
matgin's
it.
still cruising. No, not at all. He's definitely cruising.
Oh, still making quick work of the ramps here. No,
Yeah,
he
just
is not going to make that triple jump.
Yeah, with the combination of the low pole grab and then not going for the triple jump there, it was definitely going to be next to impossible for him to get it. But like we said, not really a huge deal. Looks like,
Look at
okay,
this camera here.
Yikes. But it worked. Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
goodness gracious. Matgin, look at that camera.
I don't like that at all, but hey, pretty swag.
Matgin, aka Taskbot, chat's going wild for it. Swag camera popping off. Oh my god, how does he do it? A beautiful.
Yeah, that's pretty nutty.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And we'll see if Matgin can nail what I call the hardest throw in the game. Direct hit, switching to Mario Cam, reducing lag.
Oh no, he's gonna die. Oh, he was so close. N8rBeans going for the BLJ and Fire Sea. Maybe he knows the lead here and just wanted for some extra swag. Maybe he knew he wasn't gonna make the early cycle there. But I don't know. I think he could with his movement base on the beginning and where he grabbed on the pole. I think if he had taken the triple jump, he actually would have had a pretty good shot.
And N8rBeans with the swag last match. I think Matgin has actually got the swag this match. He played it safe played it safe and solid most of the run. But when he got to that camera angle on the left side long jumps, you know, I can't think of any other reasons but swag that he'd do that. And maybe a little bit of lag reduction.
Yeah, he was definitely reducing lag there, but it's definitely preferred to either go Mario Cam there or just actually, I think it's like C right like 3 times.
Oh, N8rBeans missing the throw on Bowser too. That's gonna cost him.
That's not the one you want to miss. And Matgin looks like he's got the clip here, more than enough speed. He can go ahead and redirect that and actually head up to the 70-star door. So nice long jumps up there, up the stairs. It's definitely a bit more difficult than it looks. So we'll see how he does with this 70-star BLJ. It's infinite staircase. And short of like a wet, dry world, it looks like Matgin's going to go ahead and pretty decisively kind of take the lead here. Possibly take the win, short of something insane happening.
And it's not over yet. Oh, that was a low dive from Matgin.
Yeah, very close.
Making it through. Let's see how this triple jump looks. Beautiful. Couple of long jumps onto the seesaw here. Got to thank Smith.
Yeah.
Got to thank Smith Jr. for the host here.
Yeah, Matgin has really solid movement. His bits is looking pretty good so far. It looks like he's gonna go for left side. I don't know, maybe he's gonna go for standing left side here, and that looks good.
Nailed it.
And man, he's definitely cruising for like a mid 18 probably right now.
Yeah, he looks like probably a mid 18 if he nails all 3 Bowser throws.
So N8rBeans, possibly one of the weirdest MIPS clips, or I'm sorry, EBLJs I've ever seen, but gets it nevertheless, and he's going to be also up in here as well, heading to the 70-star door. But Matgin just got to put Bowser away, just 3 throws, and has more than enough time to do it. So N8rBeans kind of struggling here to start this BLJ, but that one catches.
Missing the first throw, he can't be happy about that. He was going for the re-grab there, and it might have cost him more time than it was worth.
Uh-oh, N8rBeans going to take the death.
N8rBeans kind of sealing his fate, but Matgin missing again on the first and crawling. You can see here, he can't be happy.
Yeah, it's definitely quite a frustrating death to take, as you can see it so easily happening.
Also taking a bonk on Bowser here.
Yeah, I noticed that, and that should be, is that his second throw or is that his first?
That was the first throw. Missing the re-grab. Looking for the bomb now. He's a little bit... Okay, he hit that second throw. One more throw for Matgin to put it away here. Can still cop a sub that 19.
One looks good.
It looked good.
Yeah, he should be about an 1858 here. So all in all, pretty solid race for Matgin. Congrats to him. As N8rBeans takes the spill, going for non-moving left. But yeah, matgin played it very well. Had a couple mistakes that cost him quite a bit of time, but it's 1858 for matgin. But a couple mistakes, but all in all, really solid performance out of matgin. So congrats to him, and he'll be moving on.
And N8rBeans, second time around, hitting left side. GG's all over the chat for matgin. Finishing with an 1858 here. Remember taking a death in Dark World, and he was not early in Dark World when he took that death. It was in the midsection of Dark World Reds, taking a death, still pulling out the 18. It's pretty impressive at this skill level for the main bracket.
Yeah, it seemed like his camera got kind of messed up, and he like pressed C left one too many times or something like that, and he just went for like a comfortable, like his normal movement, and just was kind of like off a little bit, and unfortunately that was a tough one to take. But he stayed composed, stayed handled, and managed to kind of move forward with the scenario there that he was dealt, that he had, kind of was dealt, and took the W. So you can't complain. Like I said, literally all that matters is at the end of the race is that timer, and all it has to do is be lower than your opponent. So matgin doing what he needed to today, and taking the win over N8rBeans. But props to N8rBeans as well. It takes a lot of guts to show up in a tourney situation and play against somebody like the caliber of matgin. And I'm sure we'll see more of them in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. N8rBeans taking 2 deaths. Oh, looks like he's having some trouble snagging the star here. Taking 2 deaths in his run. Still coming about within a minute of his PB. Not too bad for a race situation. Take away those 2 deaths, and this race would have been a whole lot closer.
Oh yeah, totally. But like I said, all that really matters at the end of the day is that the matgin took the W. So congrats to him. And looks like we got N8rBeans in the chat, and everyone's getting unmuted here for some interviews. matgin, congrats on the W, my friend. Solid race. Couple unfortunate mistakes, but how do you feel?
I feel pretty good about that. I had one big mistake, and with the death in Dark World and the missed throws, but other than that, I can't complain at all.
Yeah, absolutely. N8rBeans, sorry about the loss, my friend, but still not a bad showing. Only probably within 50 seconds of your PB. So how do you feel about the race?
Well, after the first race, I didn't really want to go for any of the baby bottle pop strats. So I decided I would attempt at least to recreate the last race, and unfortunately it didn't go as planned.
We saw
sometimes they don't.
Not only the attempt at Pillarless, but we saw another BLJ in Fire Sea. Were you hoping to pull off another exciting trick for the fans?
The BLJ and Fire Sea I've been doing for a while now, even in my my normal runs. It's just something that I think is kind of fun because I can never catch Fast Cycle, so for me it doesn't really lose any time. But if I learn Fast Cycle, I might have to get rid of it.
Absolutely. matgin, you're going to move on to face Mathematics. Mathematics with the upset over Oxelput today. Have you seen any of Mathematics gameplay? Were you in the race earlier today?
Yeah, I watched him in the heat, and I watched him earlier today. He's good. I'm nervous about that match.
Well, matgin, you were nothing but cool, calm, and collected. Even after taking that death in Dark World, you were about midway through Dark World Reds when you took that death. Still finished with a sub 19. Pretty impressive for the no LBLJ category in the main bracket. What are you going to be working on before the next race with Mathematics?
Definitely Bowser throws. I was not even hitting those in practice, so I'll be working on those.
Absolutely. Bowser throws, you've got to hit 5 of them no matter what category you run. It's definitely a pretty important part of the game and a part of the race, so not a bad idea there. N8rBeans, we have a question in chat. What's up with the MIP strat N8r? Not sure.
MIP strat.
The MIP strat.
You drop MIPS before you actually, so you get the clip kind of correct, and then you actually re-grab MIPS, and instead of pressing Z and A and holding back, or I guess forward, to jump through the door backwards, you actually just turn around and set him down and open the door, which actually loses a bit of time.
Yeah, I've done that ever since I learned the category. I've tried a few times in practice to try to do that thing where you like jump backwards but like facing forwards, and I like every single time I always pop out of the front of the door. So I just decided to go with what I know best.
So real quick,
Yeah.
teaching on the fly, just hold down and press A. So you're gonna hold down. It's gonna feel like Mario's supposed to walk towards you. He'll jump right out that door, the right direction.
Okay, I'll definitely try
You'll
that
give it
then.
a shot after we get done here. Load
Yeah,
up the save
gonna
state,
do
give it a shot, and it's pretty automatic. Shrek Dog correcting me in the chat. You don't have to hit throws in Falcon runs, so not every category. You are correct, Shrek Dog. In the Falcon ROM hack, you do not have to hit the throws. That is correct.
Yeah, but nevertheless, matgin, congrats on the W, my friend. Any
Thank
final words before we part ways here?
I want to say thanks to N8rBeans for playing against me. It was good games. Thanks to Aaron for hosting the tournament. It's been great. It's been fun to watch. I feel like everyone's loving it. And also shout out to N8rJump for showing me, or just shout out to N8rJump for showing me that camera angle and fire seat that you guys were talking about.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to ask you about that camera angle. Can you give us a quick rundown? Why'd you learn that? Where it came from? It sounds like it came from N8rJump. So what's the deal with that camera angle? Why choose that over using Mario Cam?
So I do that just because I saw N8rJump did it and it looked pretty lagless, like to my eye. So I figured I'd just try it out, you know.
Definitely a risky strat, but paid off in the end. Definitely were awarded some swag points. Unfortunately, we do not actually keep track of swag points in this tournament, but nevertheless, definitely digging the swag mid race. So again, congrats matgin on the W, my friend, and we'll see you next round going against Mathematics. Should be an excellent match. Definitely excited to watch that one, and thanks again for participating. And same goes to you, N8rBeans. Great job so far in the tournament, and I'm sure we'll see you back soon.
For sure. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. All right, GG's to both our runners, and thanks again to Collins VG joining me on comms again. Always great to call these matches with you, Collins.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to the rest of the matches here, as always, as literally I always say, but gotta love the tournament scene, and we're just very lucky that we're in the midst of some great races right now. For those who are newer, there are not always tournaments going on. There aren't always races happening. So it definitely is great to kind of be involved with tournaments whenever you can. So shout out to Aaron. Thanks again for having me. Shout out to the competitors and everybody who is in the chat watching. Definitely couldn't happen without you guys. So definitely until next time, I will catch you guys soon.